guys, welcome to day 22. I am actually filming this in real time today. So yesterday I got to sit and witness on live the almost 1,000 people that were on, which was absolutely insane. And when everything was announced and unveiled, I actually just started crying of just happiness of this community and what we've built and being around you guys. And it honestly, it took my breath away. So thank you. None of this goes unnoticed. Can I just say how happy I am that I can actually not have my notes out today and I can just talk to you about the book? So yesterday was kind of crazy. I actually screen recorded the moment where everything was unveiled. It was insane. And one thing that I can confirm, and I know I spilled some beans yesterday, but I figured I could just spill some fancy beans like super quickly today. I know that I alluded to this yesterday, but it's in the works. It'll be ready in time. With the workbook, with the book, we're going to launch a Know Your Worth insert. So that way you don't have to write in the book if you don't want to. I mean, you can. They're on map pages. You absolutely can. And it would be cool maybe year over year to just see the progress. But I get it if you don't want to because she's pretty. And one thing that you didn't get to see yesterday is a close-up of the actual texture. So it's bound in vegan leather. She's very pretty. And I don't feel like she had her shining moment yesterday for you to actually see the cover and just how cute she is. So let's jump into this, shall we? I'm still a little bit overwhelmed from yesterday, but I feel like the excitement of today's topic might take you over. So I shared this the other day, yesterday actually, the imposter syndrome page. It's one of my favorite pieces in the book because it stemmed from a real life conversation, as I told you guys, with my best friend. And I think that it's something that a lot of people deal with, whether in their relationships, in work, in ventures that they're trying to make happen in their life. So let's jump so we're on day 22 of the challenge. So it says to jump to chapter 8. This is fun. I don't have to refer to any notes anymore, and I can just do this in real time with you guys. So this is in is this the first part of it? Yeah, it is. This is in the Dream Big chapter, which is a vibe. Black on black. It's giving Chic Mama, Midnight Rebel vibes. So you can take your quiz, your evil twin quiz. Let me ask you a couple questions that might help you figure out which one you are. Oh, I can't even tell you how much simpler this is for me to just go through this as friends with our cup of coffee. It is, by the way, it is first thing in the morning on day 22. Like this is filmed in real time. So cup of coffee or champagne or whatever you want to have, no judgment. Let's ask you just a couple questions, and I think that's going to help a ton. So number 1, pick one of these answers. There's going to be 5 different answers. When you have a new goal, you usually avoid getting started, create a perfect game plan, put in as many hours as you can, immediately get scared, or start thinking of how you might fail. Which one? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Which one were you most pulled to? Okay, let me ask you a second one. My first thought when starting a task is, I should reorganize my house first. 2, I need markers and a poster board ASAP. 3, how many late nights will this be? 4, who will judge me? 5, what if I mess it all up? Which one? Okay, and now see, there's some with like visuals, so let's go through that one. This question. I know I could believe in myself more, but I lack confidence because I lack motivation to start. I get so overwhelmed. I don't have the skills. I'm scared of being judged, or I'm scared to fail. So which one would it be? So if you did mostly ones, which I get it, there's like a bajillion other questions in this quiz, but let's have one that you veer more towards. Actually, would you like me to ask you one more question? Just so that way at least you have 4 questions under your belt. Ready? Look how cute the visuals are. They're like dreamy. When I start a big goal, I am most motivated by. So what motivates you the most? 1, being safe and comfortable. 2, having a clear idea and plan. 3, knowing that I'm a hard worker. 4, being liked and respected. 5, winning and succeeding. So which ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, do you feel like you're mostly leaning towards? Okay, you could be a mixture of a couple. I know I am. So here are the evil twins that we're going to learn to say goodbye to. Procrastinator Earl. If you got mostly ones, you're Procrastinator Earl. He's the cute little orange monster. Earl values simplicity and comfort. Earl is likely afraid of change and uncomfortable growth. Earl has the tendency to put things off or delay them until the very last moment. In school, Earl was a good student, but most likely got started on big projects the night before they were due. Here's how you say goodbye to Earl. Take note of how frequently you might be procrastinating. It's normal for it to happen, but make sure it doesn't become a habit. And here's just one, there's a bunch of tips, but here's just one tip that you can use to help Earl not hold you back in life. Set a timer when working on tasks. I literally did this morning. If you guys ever saw my clean with me earlier this season, I love the YouTube timers. They're awesome. I literally used it this morning while working. Perfectionist Angus. Also me. So if you got mostly 2s, you're perfectionist Angus. Angus values being right and excellence. Angus is likely afraid of being wrong or imperfection. Angus sometimes has extremely high standards and the tendency to want to do everything themselves. In school, Angus often planned everything out prior to starting their homework. All notes needed to be marked and indexed. I heard that. Say goodbye to Angus by recognizing that sometimes the ideology of shoot then aim might work in your favor and hold you back less. Start and figure it out as you go. So one thing that you can do is, let me pick one. I love this. Don't keep errors a secret. So any mistakes that you make can probably be a lesson. Just do it because it'll be something that you learn from in the future and you won't repeat that mistake again. So you might as well just go, shoot, and then aim. Figure it out later. All right. Overworked Aldrin. The light blue one. If you got mostly 3s, you're probably overworked Aldrin. Aldrin values being prepared and values hard work. Aldrin is likely afraid of lacking any skill or intelligence. Aldrin sometimes is very competitive and can tend to compare themselves to others. They put in longer hours to make up for any insecurities that they might have. In school, Aldrin often stayed after class or went to the library to put in extra time studying so the teacher would notice. Say goodbye to Aldrin by setting boundaries the right way. Set a firm time to turn off your phone and work computer, silence notifications, and close apps. Aldrin. Tips to not let Aldrin hold you back. Keep your phone in another room. As my mom would say, they can leave a message. I hope this is helping you guys. Okay, we have 2 more. If you got mostly 4s, you are people-pleasing Pat. My best friend and I decided, this was influenced by her, we decided that she's pretty much this one. People-pleasing Pat. Pat values being liked and valued by others. Pat is likely afraid of being exposed or judged. Pat is often seeking approval and acceptance and hopes to feel like they belong. In school, Pat avoided doing anything to draw attention to themselves and was nervous to be made fun of. Say goodbye to Pat by asking if the specific outcome of the next action, goal, or task is to create value or simply to seek approval from others. One tip that you can do is limit screen time, social media, and comparison. All right, the last one, the pink one, downplaying Deb with the bombastic side eye. So Deb values success and being valued. Deb is likely afraid of failing or letting others down. Sometimes Deb is very quick to diminish the wins and good happening around them. They feel failure shows others that they are undeserving of any rewards or progress. In school, Deb often took on more work than they could have because they always wanted a backup plan in case they failed. Say goodbye to Deb by setting mini milestones and promising to celebrate them. Tips to not let Deb hold you back. Here would be my favorite. I have a little picture of a bottle of champagne. When you hit a mini milestone, pop a little tiny bottle of champagne or like a little sparkling drink and make yourself a fancy beverage and cheers to yourself. So that is how you get rid of Deb. So I would love to know which evil twin you are. Let's go back to, this is how it's actually supposed to be done now that you guys know how I'm doing this. So you go back to your game plan. Which evil twins are you? And what can you do to not let that evil twin hold you back? Did you learn something today? Are you feeling a sense of growth from this? And just please know that if you are in this imposter syndrome loop, it is very normal. There's a full imposter syndrome loop explained right before you do the quiz in the book. And for me, it was super eye-opening to just work through that myself and to see the areas where there is a little evil twin holding me back sometimes. So I really enjoyed today, and I really enjoyed being able to have the book out in full form and hang out with you guys. So with that said, I will see you tomorrow. Thank you again for all the love yesterday with the big announcement. Again, everything will be launching on the Daily Grind website. It is already on the way to the warehouse and it will be ready for the first week of December. We are so freaking excited, and thank you just for the love with all of it. All the announcements will be going up on our Instagram page and our Facebook page. Our VIP Facebook group will get early access as always, and we're just over the moon with this. It's going to be probably the craziest launch of the year, which I'm so excited about. And I did say that I was going to spill some beans on day 31. So the bean spillage is not over. It just keeps going. So there's been a lot of questions about the holiday launch. I will be sharing it on the 31st. So stay tuned. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, dudes.